All right, I've got a lot to go over. I'm going to try to make this a simple and concise video. It will still be time stamped. I'm going to give you guys a hot play that I entered this evening that I think has got more room to move. It is driven by an interesting news story, and that's the best, where you get a technical breakdown on a stock and you get a news story suggesting that it's going to continue to have ongoing selling pressure. I'm going to share that opportunity here with you guys today. This is the Stocks with Josh show. As I've said throughout the first part of this week, that we're expecting more data at the end of this week. I've outlined on the SPY that as long as we are above 570, the bulls are still in charge, and we only get a confirmation of a breakdown on these markets when we eventually open and close a candle beneath 564, which was the previous all-time high area that had served as resistance on numerous efforts to try to break through it. Now we are above it, and it's being treated as support. And so the default bias of this market today is that we are in a bull market. And that's why my video yesterday was titled Bulls in Charge. Having said that, as we got into the close of today, I was studying the SPY, the MACD, and it gave me some eerie feelings. So the bulls have taken charge, pushed the price above 570. I should be happy. But when I'm looking at the momentum story, it was at the expense of momentum. And so the 1 hour momentum chart in particular is what looks so bad to me. So I'm expecting more of a battle. And if you stop and look at the last 3 days candles that we got, we're still really range bound from the Fed cut day that we got, that explosive move higher. Every candle since then has been an inside candle. And so I'm just going to remind you, at the moment, the bulls are in charge, but there is low momentum, low volume on these markets. And it's simply because smart money, institutional money, needs more data to believe that we're getting ready to have another leg higher. So we're going to be waiting for Thursday. We know the GDP comes out. We're going to be waiting for Friday because the PCE comes out, and then the market's going to react explosively one way or the other, because we will have spent the last week under price compression. So hit the like, say hi in the comments, drop me a heart. Remember that people use my name and my picture to scam you. I'll never ask you for money. And when you come over to join my Discord, Stocks with Josh Discord, Chart Goat University, scammers are often the first to introduce themselves to you as me. I'm not going to do that. You're only going to be able to say hi to me in the chats that we talk in every single day. So I'm never going to offer you a special trading opportunity, nor am I going to ever tell you to send me money. Guys, watch out. There's people trying to get your hard-earned money. So in the Stocks with Josh Discord, we had another beautiful day of trading. We had another beautiful win on the 3K to 10K challenge. Now, we've done 3 trades essentially since I started that challenge, and each trade has been a winner. The first trade went up 110%. The second one, we cashed out at 78%. But this one, I think a lot more people participated in this trade, and we picked up NVIDIA perfectly. I'm talking, I picked it up pennies at the bottom of that candle, and it was rocket ships the minute that I bought it and the minute that I alerted the Discord. And I was able to get out of that trade 78%. Now, I did know that it had a high likelihood of going higher, but I am working within the parameters of this 3K to 10K challenge. And one of them is that we're trying to definitely lock in profits above 60% on our trades. And so far, we've been blasting right past that, and we've not suffered a loss yet. Now, this is where you might get yourself into trouble, because you think, well, Josh is crushing it. Everything he gives us is a win. The minute he calls it, it takes off like a rocket ship. Well, one, we're doing our due diligence, and so I'm very happy that we were able to get some good plays. But we're prepared for loss, okay? And we're employing the disciplines. One of the biggest disciplines you're going to need to employ is to control position size. We're controlling how much we could lose each trade. Every $300, we're accepting a $100 loss, and we are controlling our position size. And if we do this and we trade consistently, you can double your account in 30 days. Maybe it'll take you 60 days, but we can begin to see incredible growth. You guys can begin to become consistent winners on Wall Street. And that's what this is all about. I'm trying to bring people closer to the disciplines that I've been talking about on this page since I began, because I think until we actually do some trades together, you guys some of you haven't been able to see how important these disciplines are and how they help you make money. Sometimes I think people are thinking when I use the word discipline, it's restrictive. It's keeping you from succeeding. But I promise you, the 4 disciplines that I employ in my personal trading are the disciplines that enable me to be a consistent winner. And once you're a consistent winner, your entire attitude towards Wall Street will change. You'll go from the casino to having a proper seat at the table. I call it a casino because for many, they're just buying expensive lottery tickets. Every trade is a Hail Mary. That's not what we're doing. We're accepting a loss. We have a trade plan, and we're controlling our position size, and we're not over trading. So today we picked up NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA shot up like a rocket, and there's more opportunity to the upside, but it had heated up pretty high. If we held it for the entire move, it would have been a 120% winner from the moment I alerted within 1 hour. Now, I know that some of you got that bigger percentage, so let me know who made money on the NVIDIA play today, and let me know what your percentage win was. And if it wasn't the biggest, it doesn't matter because you made money, and I'm super stoked for you. All right, guys, hit that like and hit that subscribe, and don't sleep on the Stocks with Josh Chart Goat University Discord. It's not about me being the chart goat. It's about you becoming your greatest of all time, the greatest that you can become. It's about you achieving excellence in your finances. That's what this entire journey is about. And it's a university. It's a place where you can learn. Yes, the challenge is available to all 3 tiers, but it's the education piece on the 2nd and 3rd tier that's going to help you get faster, quicker. Okay, move further along faster. All right, let's get into what we're talking about today. And I've got to share this China news story that was very interesting, because what a lot of people don't understand is that the world wants to cut their interest rates. So they raise their interest rates following the US in a tightening season, right? And then they wait until we begin to cut, and then they begin to cut, right? Because they've got to hold the value of their dollar against the US dollar. Basically, they don't begin to lose the value of their money too significantly against the US dollar. And so the very minute that Fed Powell cut interest rates, it's enabled other countries to begin to ease more. Now, interestingly, before our Fed had cut, Canada and England had front run and put cuts out there. And that was, for me, a representation of how fragile their economy was. They simply couldn't sustain the high interest rates as long as the US did. But other countries are now beginning to ease and improve the monetary system that they have in their country. And this is affected the Chinese stocks today. And it's really big news, because this is going to further help the US. It's going to help our GDP. It's going to enable big tech companies across the United States to have bigger sales. And so this is good news for our economy. And it gave a bump to all the Chinese stocks. In particular, BABA broke out. I will tell you guys that it went right up to the top of its range. And so it had an incredible move, went up to the top of its range. But now we would need to see a candle close above, open and close above $104 for it to go into the next price bracket above the current area of resistance. And so I think this initial move might get processed, and we might see it come down from here. I'm just saying, I don't know, but I would just say that this initial move was pretty strong, and I'm expecting a little digestion of that move on Alibaba, and it would have to open and close above 104 to confirm a harder move higher. Let's talk about Tesla for a minute. I gave you guys the prediction in yesterday's video, and I got to be honest, I love getting all the comments that tell me I'm wrong. They are entertaining. It's not that I can't be wrong. I make mistakes all the time, but I didn't think I would be wrong with Tesla. People were locking in profit yesterday, and I said, well, I think you're too early. I think this has got room to go higher. You're not understanding the catalyst that's driving it. And no, it's not about Tesla and the production of their automobiles. It's bigger than that. And so today we saw another pop higher, and I don't think the move is over. So I did tell everybody to raise their stop loss to 244, but I think there's opportunity on Tesla right now to back test 261. You got to remember, we got there very quickly. We got all the way up to 270 within the last couple of months here, based on the robotaxi news, and you don't think that we can get back to 261 as we are getting closer to that event, we absolutely can. And so definitely Tesla's remaining strong. I just wanted to recap on that today. Even though we're hitting up that higher range, it's still a hold for me. Okay, the play that I want us to go over today that's got some problems, and we bought some puts to the downside in the fourth trade of the 3K to 10K challenge, is Visa. Visa is in trouble with the government. They should be in trouble with all of you as citizens, because you know that they've been doing you wrong. Visa, the government's come out and said these guys are monopoly. They've been able to raise the prices to whatever they wanted them to be. Let's take a minute and look at that article. Okay, right off the bat, Visa stock falls on antitrust lawsuit. The case could weigh on shares for a while, Barron's said. So let me just process that title with you. They're basically saying that this is a problem for Visa and it's not going away anytime soon, and it's going to cause selling pressure against the share price for a while. That's Barron's opinion. And so these guys are definitely warning the market that Visa is no longer on an upswing. Visa stock fell on Tuesday as regulatory concerns weighed on the shares of the credit card company. The Justice Department's antitrust division sued Visa in Manhattan federal court, accusing it of illegally monopolizing the U.S. debit card market. Let me just read this part to you. Visa's systematic efforts to limit competition for debit transactions have resulted in significant additional fees imposed on American consumers and businesses and slowed innovation in the debit payment ecosystem, the complaint says. However, there is likely to be an incremental regulatory overhang for Visa, and developments may stretch out with variable outcomes, the analyst added. V can likely work through this, yet we switch our network preferences to MasterCard as a result. So one, they're saying, don't panic long term. Visa will absolutely work their way through this, but they're specifically saying that we're going to be rotating some of the money that we might have had in Visa. We're going to be rotating that over into MasterCard. So this is going to be good for MasterCard and bad for Visa. Now, when we go over to the chart, I'm going to point out right away some of the moving averages that we always have to keep an eye on, because Visa's broken down beneath the 21 EMA. When it does that, it means the bulls have lost control. The bulls have lost control. And it's come all the way down and it's testing the 50 MA. Now, this is the last line of defense for the bulls, which means the bulls could give it a little pump once we touch the 50 SMA. We haven't gotten there yet, which gives us some more room down between today and tomorrow and maybe the next couple days. But I will tell you that if it breaks through that 50 SMA, now we're talking about a much more significant downturn for Visa, which could open up a huge opportunity for additional profits in shorting Visa right now. But we're not, we're going to take it one day at a time. Today, we took it short, and we're going to see what profits it'll give us tomorrow. If we get to our 60 to 100% profit window, I might just lock in some profits on this one and look for the next trade. But Visa is our fourth trade in our 3K to 10K challenge. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Tomorrow, I'm doing a video with Tim. We're going to be deep diving into Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins and what's going on in the cryptocurrency market right now. I also want to remind you guys that I'm going to be in the Chicagoland area, specifically Merrillville, Indiana. I'm going to be doing an event there with Larry, Stock Up with Larry Jones, called Music and Money. I think it's going to be a very entertaining time, and this is purely just something that Larry and I are doing to pour into people and help them build generational wealth. So make sure you come check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the top pinned comment so you can secure your seat. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the Stocks with Josh Discord. I'm going to be dropping some education, and tomorrow I'm going to be live trading with the fam. See you guys then. Peace and blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.